So, how is everyone? I hope you're all well. This is video number 2 of a potential 3 of the day. I've got a live coming up later on tonight. It should be 11 p.m. UK time, which I believe is around 6 p.m. Is it 6 p.m. Eastern time? Since the clock's changed, I have no clue what's going on. But 11 p.m. UK time, if everything turns up, which it should do. Anyway, straight into the meat and potatoes. Nick, the tow truck driver. Now, I am doing this video in order to call Nick out. And look, I'm not calling Nick out for the purpose of trying to discredit him. What I'm calling Nick out for is this. He's obviously spoken to channels, but he's spoken to them in a manner that offers no credibility. People can still question whether it was indeed Nick. Was it someone posing as Nick? Is the channel themselves fabricating this? I don't believe they are, but there will be many, many, many people who do believe that they have. And that then gives them an excuse to discredit what Nick has said. Because this is what I'm saying at the moment, Nick. If you're looking at what's going on around, or you're someone who knows Nick and you're watching these videos, and I implore you to go to Nick and say, look, at the moment, we have got a situation where a young girl has lost her life. Now, everybody around it who's ever said anything is so far being made out to be a liar of some description. And some of that may well be justified, but some of it may not be. And Nick, you said that you are 100% sure that you saw Kiely after we as a whole are supposed to believe that Kiely was deceased, which renders what you've said impossible. Technically impossible. Now, I believe one of two things, and this is my belief, and that is that you truly believe that you saw Kiely because somebody called you out to a vehicle that just happened to be nigh on identical to Kiely's. They introduced themselves as Kiely, and they happened to be with somebody who could be described as aesthetically similar / identical to Jagger. To somebody who's unfamiliar. To purposefully throw a curveball. To perhaps purposefully make it seem that Kiely was alive and out and about on the Saturday. Now, what would the reason be behind that? And in the live tonight, I'm going to talk on this in depth because I think that as time progresses, the dust has settled and we can truly look at everything about this case. What happened actually becomes quite clear. And if people like yourself, Nick, don't step forward and say, this is what happened, and I'm willing to do this or do that in order to prove it, then someone's going to get away with this. Now, don't get me started on the fact that, hey, if it's not someone who is just leading you to believe that you saw Kiely to the point where you'd bet $1 million on it, then you did see her. And then that opens up a completely new can of worms. But the people of Truckee now know that we have the vehicle. We have the vehicle that entered the reservoir. We have that vehicle. And with that comes knowledge. And what people are going to be doing now is seeing what is going to be done with that. That's what I hope. But come and see me in the live tonight if you are interested in having a discussion about what seems to have happened and what makes the most sense out of everything. Because there is a story here. Some of you may have already been clever enough to click on to what's going on. But there'll be some people who are still holding on to the fact there was no credit, there was no accountability, no nothing. This is just a tragic accident. Let's move on. And what I say to them people is fuck off. Because that doesn't make sense. And there are things that when you consider everything make a lot more sense. And I don't want to live in a world where people think that it's okay for someone to lose their life and everybody just walks away from it. It's not that simple. I'll catch you all later.